Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we have some breaking information actually about the Benghazi email situation with Hillary Rodham Clinton. Spinning up as we speak is what an email shows. The Pentagon was ready to roll as the Benghazi attack was occurring. As the attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi was unfolding, a high-ranking Pentagon official urgently messaged Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton's top deputies to offer military help, according to an email obtained by Judicial Watch. The revelation appears to contradict the testimony that Defense Secretary Leon Panetta gave lawmakers in 2013 when he said there was no time to get forces to the scene in Libya, where 4 Americans were killed, including the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Christopher Stevens. Quote, "I just tried you on the phone, but you were all in," with apparent reference to then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. You were all in with S, meaning Secretary of State Hillary Rodham Clinton. And according to the email, then from Panetta's Chief of Staff, Jeremy Bash, quote, "After consulting with General Dempsey, General Ham, and the Joint Staff, we have identified the forces that could move to Benghazi. They are spinning up as we speak." In other words, they are ready to go. But the email was sent out at 7:19 p.m. Eastern Time on September 11th, 2012, in the early stages of the 8-hour siege that also claimed the lives of the Foreign Service Information Management officers Sean Smith and 2 former Navy SEALs, Ty Woods and Glenn Doherty, private CIA contractors who raced to the aid of the embattled State Department workers. Although the email came after the first wave of the attack at the consulate, it occurs before the mortar strike ever hit, according to the building, which was a CIA annexed location, which later killed Woods and Doherty. So, okay, we talk about an 8-hour siege, and in the early minutes of this attack, we already had General Dempsey, General Ham, and others ready to go. And we already know that Panetta's been informed. Jeremy Bash knows about it. And they're on the phone with Hillary Rodham Clinton. And yet none of these military assets were ever released and sent to go and rescue the embattled Americans. And actually, we have, of course, information, of course, that's been surfacing all over the news and the internet for over 2 years that General Ham was told to stand down. Now, in these I'm reading to you email accounts that the Judicial Watch has been able to acquire from the documentation that we're still digging through, Hillary Rodham Clinton's emails that we've finally got our hands on. We don't have them all. We got 60,000 still missing. But what we're hearing more and more, that there was ample time to have sent the military troops in and could have maybe saved these 4 individuals, certainly Woods and Doherty, and maybe U.S. Ambassador Christopher Stevens as well. But the military support never came. And it's really, the first assault on the consulate took place at 3:40 p.m. Eastern. The second attack on the CIA annex was a little over a mile away, and it began 3 hours later. There was time. There was time to have gotten. We understand that these military assets were less than 40 minutes away. So why weren't they released? If people from the highest ranking, the 3rd highest ranking official in the United States government has this information, why weren't the generals released to go? They were spinning up and ready to go. And that's still the question. And guys, I mean, when you think about this nation, you think about what the problem we're having worldwide with terrorism. I mean, you would start to ask yourself, why in the world are, and then when it was released what caused it was a YouTube video. A YouTube video that had been out 6 months and only had 6,000 views. This video I'm doing right here will have 6,000 views before tomorrow morning. So 6,000 views in 6 months did not create a spontaneous attack on 9/11 of 2012 in Benghazi. And I mean, this is what we're saying. And Hillary can say, what's it matter anyway? It matters, Hillary. U.S. personnel lives still matter. Christopher Stevens' life still matters. The 4 U.S. diplomats' lives matter. Every life matters. Every life matters. Why are people playing politics with lives? We're seeing it already with the San Bernardino massacre. We see politicians fighting each other over lives instead of focusing on why we're losing lives. Why are we losing American lives? Don't fight over how we go about it. Decide we have, first of all agree we got a problem. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. Tomorrow in my live broadcast, I may completely come off, I may go off the hinges, okay? I might just come off the rocker somewhere. I don't know. But I'm really getting tired of this whole charade and this cover-up and lies that go on in so many different levels of our nation's governmental leadership. It's really sad. It's getting sad. And I've had dreams and there's prophetic words out there by others that's very concerning. We're living in the last days. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time, folks. We're really running out of time.